Welcome back to this live stream of Hack 36 4.2. I, Arsh Singh, one of the lead organizer of this edition of Hack 36. Welcome all welcome all of you back with us. Hope you guys are working hard on your hacks, and with that, the halftime has already elapsed. Since you guys are busy doing caffeinate and collaborate, we are here to take you to the celebrate part. So let's begin with today's proceeding, the workshop by Echo AR. So Echo AR is a cloud platform for augmented and virtual reality apps that provide tools and server-side infrastructure that helps the developer and creators to build their 3D apps and grow their ideas and projects. So for all those who are aiming at the amazing Echo AR challenge prizes, we have our workshop 3 by EcoAR on how to build cloud connected AR VR apps in 15 minutes or less. So let's get with that video.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining today's workshop. Today we're going to talk about augmented reality, virtual reality, and how you can build a 3D app in 15 minutes or less. Thank you everyone for joining. Really thankful for the hackathon organizers and club organizers that we're affiliated with that helped bring this workshop together. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We're Echo AR. It's a cloud platform for augmented and virtual reality apps, basically providing tools and network infrastructure for developers, companies, and creators like yourself to build 3D applications at scale. Let's get started. I'm going to start by saying hello. I'm Alon, founder of Echo AR. We're a New York-based company. I did a master's at computer science at Columbia University, specializing in AR, VR, and computer graphics, and my undergrad in computer science and electrical engineering. So a certified nerd and a big believer in the AR, VR space. Now, before we start, let's level set these terms a little bit. I'm going to use them a lot, augmented reality, virtual reality. So let's define them together to understand what they mean. So virtual reality or VR is when everything around you is digital. You're fully immersed in a 3D environment and everything you see is a computer generated image or CGI that is being projected into your eyes through some kind of headset that occludes what you're seeing. You're controlling the world through your hands or some kind of controller. As opposed to augmented reality or AR, in which you still see the real world, that world is being overlaid with CGI, basically injecting digital content into the real world. You're looking at the world through some optical see-through, like a headset or some kind of glasses, or a camera see-through, like a phone or a tablet. Now, a really cool way to understand these concepts is the amazing movie Space Jam, in which you have Michael Jordan being teleported into Looney Town. Everything around him is a cartoon. He's fully immersed in this digital environment, and he's interacting with the bugs and the other Looney Tunes, again, in a fully digital space. As opposed to what we have later in the movie, in which we have the Looney Tunes coming to us, playing basketball in a real court, interacting with Bill Murray and Michael Jordan in our world, basically. So this is the differentiation. It's either us going to Looney Town or Looney Town coming to us. Real world example of this is something that you all know, something like Pokemon Go, when people are running around interacting with digital monsters that are not really there. Or in VR, we have the example of Beat Saber, when you can slash cubes based on the rhythm of the music. Really, really cool use case of augmented and virtual reality. Now, another example of this, something that's really close to my heart, as the pun is definitely intended. This was my thesis project back at Columbia University. We took CT and MRI scans in 2D, converted them into 3D models, put them on the smart glasses for the physician to wear, and then the physician was able to see the patient's heart floating above them during surgery. And it was an amazing, amazing experience that basically allowed the physician to get this 3D reference map of the patient's anatomy in real time. But in order to achieve that, I had to do something I really, really hate. And that's waking up really early in the morning. had to take 2D scans, convert them to 3D models, rebuild the application, and deploy it to these smart glasses for the physician to wear. And that process was so frustrating. It took so much time. And as a developer, I only wanted to do two things. I wanted to manage 3D assets and deliver them to an AR device. And when talking to other developers who are building AR/VR applications for retail and shopping and data visualization in games, they all said the same thing. There is no easy way to manage and deliver 3D data, even with all these amazing use cases. But if you think about it, that problem was solved for 2D data. If you want to build a website, you can use something like Heroku as your cloud platform. If you want to build a mobile app, you can use Parse or Firebase as your backend as a service. So we went from web to mobile to this new type of technology, which is AR, VR, MR, XR, 3D, immersive, call it whatever. And the question has to be asked, who's going to build that cloud platform for this new type of content? And you guessed it, that's Echo AR. So we're a cloud platform for augmented and virtual reality apps, basically providing tools and network infrastructure to allow developers and companies to build 3D applications. Now we're going to dive into more concepts. If you're here through a club or an affiliated hackathon, please use the affiliated link to register. We're going to go through some concepts, then we're going to do a demo, and then we're going to do a live coding workshop. So stick around. So think about it. The same way you don't need to be a web developer to update a blog post, you can drag and drop an image or video, suddenly they appear in web and mobile. Or if I'm in New York and you're in California and both watching an episode on Netflix, we automatically get the best streaming experience. We translated these concepts into augmented virtual reality, basically providing you with the way to manage and deliver 3D data and get the best 3D streaming experience. And what's interesting here is this kind of bidirectional connection between content and target. You as a user can't move an image or a video on a website, but you can definitely move a 3D couch across the room. And that needs to be updated on the cloud. So this is basically what we've built, this kind of content management system and delivery network specifically for 3D content. And as I mentioned, you can register on our website for free or use the affiliated link if you're here through a club or a hackathon to get premium features for free. So definitely check out that perk if you're here through an affiliated program. Now we're going to transition into a demo. Once you register on our website, you're going to get an API key, basically a project key that allows you to build your application. Once you have that, and let me kind of transition my screen, you'll get your API key. This is mine, and you'll be able to access the console. On the left, you're seeing the console, and on the right, you're just seeing my phone. So I'm going to start with something super, super simple. I'm going to add some content to the cloud. So here you can add files like images, videos, 3D models, or you can use some of the sample apps that we provide right here, or even use our kind of search engine right here to basically look for free 3D models that you can use. But I'm going to start with something simple. I'm going to upload this Empire State Building. It's the same 3D file that you're going to use for 3D printing. We take that file, put it on our cloud, convert, compress, and analyze it so it will work in augmented reality. Once that's done, you can see that it's now in the console. It's right here. We saw that the original file is OBJ. Our cloud automatically converted that to other file formats. But now that we have it here, we can open a sample app, for example, that we have here on our downloads page. There's a sample app for Android or iOS. Super, super easy. All you have to do is just open that app, plug in your API key. So let's do that. Data will stream from the cloud to the device. The app itself is just a camera. There's nothing here. The camera instantiated. You're seeing a look at my apartment. And there you go. The Empire State is right here. I can walk around, walk inside. Super, super simple. How cool is that? But now let's say I want to change the content. So what can I do? Instead of rebuilding the application or doing anything technical, I'm going to go back to the console right here, delete the previous entry, upload something else, and it will automatically update in the app and across all platforms out there. So let's see how that works. So I'm going to upload some other building. Same process occurs. We're taking that 3D file, converting and compressing it so it will work anywhere in any platform. Once that's done, opening the exact same app that, again, you can download in the download menu. Let's plug in the key. Again, data streams from the cloud to the device. The app itself is super, super small. Again, it's just a camera. Camera recognizes the floor. And there you go. Suddenly inside of the Empire State, we have this building. How cool is that? But now what if I told you that you can actually see this building in your phone right now? So as I mentioned, we support many different platforms, many different cameras. So what we just saw was a mobile app, but we also support web integration. So you don't have to install anything. For example, we work with a company in the art space that they wanted to people randomly walk into an art gallery, see 3D files around them without installing anything. No worries. You click this button right here, which exposes a QR code. You can scan this QR code with your phone right now. If you're watching this live, that should work. Basically, just open your camera, point at the QR code, it redirects you to a website. You don't have to install anything. Most cameras in iOS and Android have like a built-in QR code scanner, so you can just put your phone in front of it. Then we see this web page opening. We see the building. I can click CNAR. Camera and stain sheets, again, without installing anything. Similar to what we have earlier, camera recognizes the floor, and there we go. We're seeing the same building, but now through a web. How cool is that? So test it out, try around, play around with it a little bit. And all you have to do, again, is just to kind of scan this QR code. Perfect. So we saw web, we saw mobile. Let's show you another example of Unity. It's a game engine a lot of developers love to use. So let's see how that works. Later in our coding workshop, we're going to dive into how to use Unity. So same effect, camera opens, recognizes the floor. We're able to put some kind of 3D content on top of it. There you go. But now let's say I want to change something. Let's say I want to animate things in real time or change something in the app. So what I can do is I can click this button right here, expose the data panel, and then add some data to it. For example, I can do direction equals right. There you go. Suddenly it starts rotating in real time. How cool is that? Or if, let's say, I want to make it 2 times bigger. I just set the scale, and there you go. Super, super easy to kind of push changes in real time to your application. So we saw web, we saw mobile, we saw Unity. Let's show another things that we can do with the console. So what we saw so far is all the demos that we saw so far are based on surface detection. The camera kind of recognizes the floor or some kind of table or chair and overlays data on top of that. Another technology that we support is image recognition. The camera recognizes an image and overlay digital content on top of that. So let's see how that works. So if you click this button right here again to generate the QR code, instead of doing see on the floor, choose see on an image. We're going to scan this QR code again. So now it's a different QR code. Put your phone in front of it. You can do it right now. There's no installation needed. It will redirect you to a website. Now keep your phone oriented toward the QR code, and voila, suddenly the camera recognizes the QR code as a target and overlays that building on top of the QR code, kind of like pops out of my screen. How cool is that? You can actually do it with any image and any kind of content that you want. So for example, let me maybe throw in a video instead. So let me upload a video right here. And now instead of putting it on a floor, I'm going to put it on a specific image. Let me also upload an image. Same process occurs now, but instead of converting 3D models, now we're converting images and videos, so they'll work. Another thing that you can do is you can upload content, for example, in a specific location. So let's throw in this 3D model in New York. This means that you can build applications. So let's say if you open an application in New York, you're going to see the Empire State Building, but if you open it in San Francisco, you're going to see the Golden Gate Bridge. So have location-aware Pokemon Go style experiences. So let's give that a sec to upload as well. And then you're able to see the same content. You're seeing the content here if it comes to the building or the video or the kind of 3D model with location. Images are supported as well. So now let's scan the QR code when it comes to kind of custom images. Again, same QR code redirects to a website. You don't have to install anything. Once that's done, you'll see that the camera doesn't recognize the QR code anymore because now the target that it's looking for is the custom image that we uploaded. So let's see how that works. So I go here. I'm going to click this image to kind of enlarge it. And voila, suddenly the video overlays the kind of image, and I can play it by clicking. I can scale it with my fingers, scale it up and down. Super, super cool. How cool is that? This image could be anything you want. It could be your business card. It could be a magazine. And people, when they scan it, they'll see a video of you talking or an advertisement. Perfect. So we saw how you can upload videos, how you can upload 3D models, images. Let's explore the console a little more and then transition into our coding workshop. So we already saw the downloads page. This is where you can download the sample apps and our various SDKs. You can switch a theme, which is cool. I like the dark theme. You can also click the help menu, which is really, really crucial. You have a link to our documentation, which is literally a step-by-step guide of everything I showed you so far. So you can literally kind of show you how to get the API key and how to access the console and how to add 3D models, all with really, really easy GIFs that you can kind of explore. Also shows you how to share content. So I'm going to share that link right here in the chat so you can kind of feel You can kind of feel free to kind of read through the documentation. Another good resource is our GitHub page. It is filled with amazing examples of AR/VR applications that you can build right now with Echo AR. And if you're here through a hackathon or a club that wants to really build applications really fast, you can kind of use this open source code to build that. So I'm going to share this link, and I'm also going to review some of the use cases. For example, if you want to build an AR portal or a board game, or if you want to do a makeup app, or let's do a what else can we show you? There's so many of them. Use cases that are very for art and data visualization in games. Let's do the election one. Let's do the living room one. Look how many cool examples we have here for you to use. Let's do the face change and solar system, COVID-19. Yeah, let's review a few of these together. So check this out. You can build a portal to a different world using Echo AR and Unity. This is really, really cool, a really cool example that you can kind of literally recreate. Here's another really cool example of a board game that you can build in augmented reality, play with your friends. Here's an example of face makeup being applied that you can do, really, really cool. An election demo that you can have videos, images, and live results of the election kind of being projected in augmented reality or virtual reality. Here's another cool demo of a living room inside a living room that you can kind of binge watch a movie. Here's a face swap demo that you can utilize. Here's a solar system educational app that you can build. Here's a visualizer for COVID-19 spread that later we're going to build together. A remote work demo that you can have holograms of people with like different texts. So many really cool use cases. Here's another example that uses image recognition, kind of bringing images to life. So definitely check it out through our kind of GitHub page. It's really, really an important resource. Another important resource is our Slack channel. If you have any questions for our support team, please click this button right here to join our Slack and ask questions in the support channel. I'll stick around there after the workshop to answer any questions if anyone has any. You can also reach out through email or tweet to us. Oh, thanks for the great reaction in the chat, everyone. Love it. So let's kind of continue exploring the console. You can also share 3D models. So basically kind of the same way you would do with the QR code. You can kind of scan, you'll automatically get this short link to the 3D model that you can share on social media, share with your friends, send it to them, and they'll be automatically be able to see your content in augmented reality. Other things that you can do is you can obviously kind of manage data. We saw that earlier. So you can manage data per 3D model, but you can also kind of manage data across your entire application. For example, we're with the company that built a scavenger hunt murder mystery game, and they had different 3D models associated with different scenes, but they also had data that kind of works across the entire application. The subscription page is really powerful. It shows you how much bandwidth, storage, and API calls you're making, and allows you to kind of upgrade your plan really, really easily. Again, if you're here through an affiliated program, you're going to get one of the paid tiers for free, so definitely check out that perk. The location page is really cool, shows you distribution of content. Remember, we added that Fox in New York. You can monitor the servers that are supporting your application and the kind of distribution of content. The security page is really cool. If you're working as a team, you can add people to your project, so they'll be able to kind of contribute and manage the same content as you do. Insights is a really powerful page, shows you how your content is being used. You can see, for example, we kind of use the apartment building, so we see a spike in usage. You can monitor user engagement and how your kind of project is doing. In users, you can see the distribution of users around the world, where are your users coming from, how they're kind of interacting with your content. And here we have other pages that are really cool. The tutorials page is really, really powerful, allows you to kind of have some frequently asked questions from our documentation. You have the link to our documentation as well, and a lot of kind of open source example that we reviewed from our GitHub. And again, that kind of link to our GitHub page as well. So really, really, really cool stuff that you can kind of, that you should kind of go through and look at. The inspiration page is a really awesome page. It has a lot of use cases and an amazing, amazing use cases about augmented and virtual reality, an application that people built using Echo AR, like the art installation that I mentioned, or the murder mystery game. So many really amazing projects, like the project that we did for Verizon 5G around streaming AR. Really, really cool stuff around space and medicine and surgery and advertising and games and shopping and there you go, we have some projects that people recently submitted around COVID-19, projects that use surface detection, image recognition, really amazing stuff. Go through this page to get inspired, but you can build like this mass visualizer right here. Really, really cool stuff. And if you build something with Echo AR, let us know and we'll feature you on this page as well. It's a really, really cool way to engage the community that, again, is also available on our Slack channel to kind of talk to people and see what the other people are building, how they can help. Perfect. So let's recap a little bit and then transition into a coding demo. So now we saw how you can upload content, how you can manage content, how you can use 3D models, how you can use videos, how you can use images. Now let's do a kind of transition into a coding demo using Unity. So you can download our Unity SDK right here. It's a file that you can integrate into Unity, which you can download for free as well. So this is Unity. It's a game engine that a lot of developers love to use. It's free to use, and you can download that, and after that, download our SDK and integrate that in. What you're seeing right now is kind of the Unity default view. We have an empty scene right here. It just has the Echo AR SDK. I'm going to click this game object right here, and I'm going to plug in my API key to the game engine. So all I did is just plug in the API key. I'm going to press play. Data will start streaming from the cloud to the game engine, similar to what we had earlier, that the data kind of streamed from the cloud to the phone. And voila, all our content is automatically here. So I'm going to delete the video because it's kind of playing in my ear. But we see the building and we see the video of the fox. Check out how I just deleted the kind of video from the console. Automatically, it disappeared from the game engine. We see that the building is still rotating as we had before. Maybe also let's move the fox a little bit because it's occluded by the building. There we go. So how cool is that? Like all the data is right here. When I stop Unity from playing, everything disappeared. So basically, remember that you're going to bring content from the cloud. Nothing actually persists on memory, which means that your apps that you're going to build will be super, super small because the assets are not preloaded in the build. But when I replay Unity, kind of replay the application, data again will stream from the cloud to the game engine. But check this out. The building is still rotating. The fox is 10 feet away. So what we have here is what we call a stateful content management system, basically remembering the state of your application and saving it to the cloud. But now what happens if I want to do any modifications? So let's kind of delete this building right here, and let's put the fox back in the middle. So what's cool about Echo AR is that every 3D file, even this Arctic fox right here, has a custom behavior script attached to it. It's a C# script in Unity format, so we have it right here. And it basically allows you to add any features that you want through coding. So if you know C#, that's perfect, but any other object-oriented language is good as well. So let's review it together. So in a Unity script, you have two main functions that are really important. The start function, evident by its name, happens when you start the application, and the update function that happens every single frame. Remember, you're coding in 3D now. That means that there's like a video rendering, there's a scene being rendered, and this function kind of happens every single frame. It's like a while true loop or a kind of infinite for loop that always kind of runs in the background. Because of that, you need to make sure that this kind of function is well optimized, and remember your CS fundamentals. If this function hangs or gets stuck, your entire application will hang or get stuck. So let's see what we have here in the start function. So we're adding some script to the game object that will handle the remote transformations. And then we have this useful snippet of code that says, do I have any additional data? If so, do I have any additional data called name? And if that's the case, set the name of the object to that name. So let's see how that works in practice. So if I set the name to the fox, we already know how to add data. This is free text. We can add whatever we want. Let's call the fox Kevin. I'm going to press play. Data will stream from the cloud to the game engine. And voila, now we have Kevin, the fox, right here. How cool is that? A simple feature, obviously, but a way to show that you can throw in any data and parse it any way you want in the script. This means that you can remotely control if flows, enable, disable features, really limited only by your imagination. Now, if I change the name to something else, nothing happens. Why is that? Because that snippet of code only happens in the start function. So if I restart the application, we'll see that data again will stream from the cloud to the game engine, and now we have Sam the fox. But what happens if I want this to happen every single frame and happen basically in real time? So you've guessed it. So we're going to move this snippet of code from the start function to the update function. This means that now every single time we're going to ask, do I have any additional data? If I do I have a name? And if that's the case, set that name to the name of the fox. So let's see how that works. Restart the application to kind of recompile the code. Data is changed from the cloud to the game engine, and voila, now we have Sam the fox. If I change to something else, bam, automatically it's Kevin. How cool is that? So again, really, really simple examples to show that you can use data however you like and change that remotely. Now let's transition to a more complicated example. I'm going to delete the fox right here, and I'm going to upload kind of my own content from my computer. So let's see that. We're going to recreate the COVID example that I showed you earlier. So I'm going to throw in a 3D file now, and I'm going to also attach a CSV, some kind of an Excel file that has all these kind of keys and values already pre-attached. When you do that, Echo AR will automatically parse these data points and will attach them to the content that you're uploading. So it's a really kind of cool way to add data without manually kind of typing it in. So let's upload that. While that's happening, I'm going to kind of swap the custom behavior script under the hood, and we're going to review it together. So let's replace the custom behavior script and go back. Perfect. So now the custom behavior script is much more interesting. We have an array of continents. We have some kind of dictionary, a data structure. The start function looks exactly the same, but look how interesting the update function looks now. It has so much more depth. So we're asking, do I have any additional data? If so, do I have the data point of scale? If that's the case, parse that into a number. Then iterate over all continents. If I have an entry that matches the name of the continent, parse that as a number for the number of COVID cases in that continent. Then if you have a graph, set the size of the graph to that kind of number of cases. And if not, create a graph by creating a cylinder, give it a color, give it a name, give it a location, add some text to it. And if you don't have any data points, just delete the graph. So let's see how that works in practice. So we already have the Earth kind of spinning right here. We see all the data that we had earlier kind of already attached to the 3D file. And now let's press play. Data again streams from the cloud to the game engine, and voila, how cool is that? We have the Earth spinning, we have all these auto-generated graphs based on data, and now we can kind of have this kind of AR, VR application, specifically our COVID visualizer. As I mentioned, you can take this code as is from our GitHub. It's totally open source. You can play around with it, recreate your own application if you want to. I think it's a really good exercise to kind of expand on this and kind of create your own application with this. But let's see how we can change data in real time. So let's say I want to change Antarctica from 1 to 8. Bam, suddenly it shifts in real time. If I delete Antarctica, it disappears. So another really simple example, again, to show that you can kind of change and manipulate data in real time. A really cool exercise could be taking this application, expanding on it, connecting our API to the WHO, to the World Health Organization, and then have these numbers change in real time as opposed to kind of plugging them in manually. Perfect. So we just saw how you can build applications in Unity with Echo AR, and let's recap right now. So going back to the slides right here. So what do we see so far? So we saw how US developers can choose any platform. It's mobile, web, Unity. We saw everything in the beginning was really no code. So even if you're not that technical, you can drag and drop 3D models, create AR applications really, really quickly. We build, store, and deliver the 3D content that you upload to every device out there in the world. You as a developer save time and money. Content creators need no technical skills, and companies can send data all over the world with Echo AR. We talked about use cases, and we saw the inspiration page that is filled with amazing examples of AR and VR. We talked about surgery and ads and data visualization and shopping and games. I am so excited to see where you're going to build with Echo AR. So make sure to submit that and send it to our team so we'll be able to feature you as well. Super excited to see where you're going to build. A little bit more about us as a company. We won a bunch of awards and we're backed by some of the most amazing investors in the country, like Reimagine Ventures and Techstars and Verizon. And we're featured in all these amazing tech events that hopefully we'll be able to see you there in person when things go back to normal. We love to say that we inspire people to build applications across all platforms. So start building. This is definitely the time to build AR, VR applications with Echo AR. Make sure to register today on our website or use the affiliate link that you get from an affiliated program. Thank you so much for being in this workshop. Really, really appreciate everyone's time. Hope you've learned a lot. I definitely enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Feel free to reach out. Stay safe, healthy, and sane during these weird times, and start building application. This is the time to build. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good one.
I hope all you I hope you've enjoyed the informative workshop, and now you can head over to the EcoAir help channel on our Hack36 Discord server for the affiliated links and any questions regarding the workshop. You can put them in that channel. It's really great seeing you also active in our Discord channel. I'm sure most of you have been watching our MLH coach Kunal Kushwaha yesterday in our opening ceremony, and you might have been interacting with him. He's back here with us with a fun game. Uh, Over to you, Kunal.
Thanks a lot for the introduction, Arsh. Hello, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining. And today we're going to be doing the No Lights event. So the way it's going to go is I'm going to be sharing a link with you. And the idea over here is that we will be trying to recreate a particular website. And the key over here is that you will not be given any you will not be given any editor in terms of like some autocomplete or anything like that, or a live preview or of your particular website. So let's say you're coding in your HTML and CSS, you will not be able to see the result of that particular outcome. So for example, let me just share with you, let me just share my screen over here. Cool. So this is the website that we'll be creating. It's the MLH, upcoming events website. So you can see all the 2021 season, what are all the upcoming events that we have over here, and all the past events and everything like that. So this is the website that you have to create, and this is the editor that you have to use. So this is the link for you have to go to this particular link, and don't try to do it right now. I'll share it in the chat. Let me just explain to you how this works. So the idea is over here goes your HTML and stuff and your CSS and all these things. So for example, I write a simple paragraph, happy hacking. Okay. Now you can see there is no preview of this. So whenever you're creating a web page or anything like this over here, that is the reason it's called no light. It's sort of like blind coding. But in terms of blind coding, here you are not able to see the output of your HTML, whatever you're writing. So this is the website you have to create. I'll share this website as well. So you have to create the web page like this. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, you have to create something like this. And in order to submit your particular project, when you feel like your code looks good, just click on the no light button and click on OK. Then I will receive the submission, and then we'll be showcasing the best best winners. And the way we're going to be choosing winners is just let me just I've shared both the links. So cool. Yeah, so I've shared both the links, and you have to go to no-light.mlh.io/hack36. The link has been shared in the chat. I'm sure the organizers will share it on the event as well. Maybe you can also share it on the screen. So yeah, okay, it's done. Cool. So yeah, I'll be on this on this particular URL as well. So let me just explain to you the rules of the particular session. So that you have to always remain in the text editor during the whole activity. You should not leave the page for anything. And the text editor provided does not have the syntax highlighting, code completion, for example, or the website preview. It does not have anything like that. So your goal is to create the copy of the website, the web page that I just shared with you, and in 10 minutes, I believe 10 minutes is fine. So let's do okay. Let's fine. Let's do 10 to 15 minutes, I believe. Okay, so I'll be sharing the music during when you all will be coding. We'll be playing some music and stuff, so that you can focus on your code, and also make sure that you are not leaving the text editor. So after that, the website that you will be copying is the MLH beta events. I've shared the link to that as well. Just in case, the link is mlh.io/beta/events, and then you just start coding. So just set your 10-minute timer. I'll be doing that, and let's just see what's the best particular copy of the web page we can come up with. And yeah, let's make sure like no one is breaking the rules, which is also very important, because all of your websites will be public, and I'll be sharing those after the timer is over. And once the timer is finished, everyone will stop coding, and you should go to the not light button that I just shared with you. Click on that and click OK. So after that, it's on the top left side of the corner of this particular URL, the no light slash hack 36 one. Cool. And after that, you once you click the no light, you will be given a dialog box like I just shared with you, which says, "Are you sure you want to submit?" And just click yes. After that, I will be sharing my screen, and I'll be sharing with you all the amazing copies that you'll be making, and we'll be deciding the winners by voting or by applauses, right? So you can react like thumbs up or something like that, and whichever one has the highest number of thumbs up wins. Cool. So yeah, if there are any ties, I'll be breaking those, but I believe that gives a clear explanation. And let's try to see may the best may the best website wins. So yeah, let's get started. Let me just share with you. Just go to this particular link again. Yeah. So towards the organizers, let me just share with you. Share the screen again. Yeah, so once again, if you're just joining, this is the website you need to recreate. The organizers have shared this with you, and you have to go to this URL and start coding over here. Click the hashtag, not the hashtag, the exclamation light button like this on the top right corner when you want to submit your code. And when you click OK, you will be able to, your code will be sent to me, and then I can, download it and share it, and then we can vote on it, like, who wins. Cool. Alrighty. Cool. Do we have a way to play the music over here towards the organizers? Can we maybe set a timer for 10 minutes for the students? Let me just do that. Starting.
Kunal, you can also share your video.
Oh no, we should probably like they're going to be focusing on their code, right? So we can put the 10 minutes music. That's fine. Yeah, I'll see you after 10 minutes. Alrighty. Let me just plug in my computer before it runs out of power. And we are back. Cool. So let me just see all the submissions that we got from people. And then I'll be sharing my screen and sharing with you all the websites that you made. Cool. So I have these downloaded. Let's see how many submissions we got. Okay, I'm only seeing 3. I believe we didn't let everyone like submit. I'm only seeing 3. Okay, that's not. I mean, okay, let's give them, let's say, okay, 5 more minutes or something like that.
Yeah,
Take
I was
5
also
more minutes. Yeah, but do submit it right now. Like you have 5 more minutes, and after that, we will not be increasing the timer. So please submit it right now. Whatever you have is fine. Yeah, cool. Take just 5 more minutes. Hard deadline, right? So make sure you submit it after 4 minutes so that you don't, skip. Alrighty, let's play the music. Alrighty. Welcome everyone. Let me see how many submissions we got now. Hopefully, let's see. Share my screen. Cool. Download. And it's downloaded. Time to find out. Nice. 20. We got 20 submissions. That is great. Let me just share my screen and share with you all. 1 second. All right, so let's see how we are going to be like picking the winners. So I believe like you can do thumbs up and yeah, I'm sharing my screen. Just 1 second. I was unzipping the file. There we go. I believe the screen is shared now. Cool. So organizers, maybe you can also share with the students that they can react thumbs up to all the websites that they feel like they like, and yeah, I mean, let's see how we can do this. Number of thumbs up means like let's say number of excitement you have, and you can just see count how many number of like how many people are giving a thumbs up to a particular website, and I'll be sharing like the name of the person as well. So first we have Akshay Sharma, and which one was the like yeah, here we go. There we have it. So this one is by Akshay Sharma, and let me also open up the let me also open up the website that we were required to recreate. This is the one. Cool. Alrighty, so this was the website that was required to recreate. This is the one by Akshay Sharma. I mean, looking good. Yeah, you were definitely getting somewhere, and submission, is the most important part. So I see you have the welcome to over here. Welcome to, I believe you were writing welcome to season, and yeah, you have your registration link and about us and everything. Cool. Give a thumbs up, and the organizers will note down if you feel like this one should be the winner. Let's move on. Let's move forward. This one was by Akshay Sharma. Next we have Apurv Priyadarshi, I believe. Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Alrighty. I mean, considering that you were not having previews or anything, I believe this looks pretty good. In terms of like, okay, you have like the links and everything, but it's just like you were not able to manage the grid part. That's okay. Without like, I'm not that good at front end, right? So I totally understand where you are coming from. In 10 minutes, that too. Yeah. For those of you who are voting, please also understand that it's like it was in 10 minutes and there were no code previews or anything. So that does look good. Yep, this does look good. Let's see the original one. Yeah, hacker resources and everything about shop and everything. Yeah, I mean this does look good. Yeah, I would give this a thumbs up. Let's try another one. Let's try. Oh, Apoorv has submitted twice. You can only submit once, so I'm gonna take in consideration the first one. But let's see. .html. I believe it's the same one. Yeah. Okay, alrighty. That was Apoorv. Let's see, whom do we have next? Oops, I missed one. We have Akib Suhail next. So let's see that one. Here we go. That does look good. If you're not able to see, you can see like here's like a text over here as well. Let me highlight that for you. So they did manage to like put the top bar over here and the attend and sponsor button. Yeah, that looks good. Sort of like I mean, I get it, like a little bit, trying to recreate over here. Not seeing any of these things, but yeah, still good efforts in terms of like making the bar. And as again, like I'm saying, like I'm not really good at front end. So whenever I see someone making efforts with front end, I get really impressed. So that was Akib Sohail. Please do mention if you wanna vote for them. Let's move forward now. Next we have Arsh Singh. All right, my product, a very good product. My product, a very good product. Cool. Not much going on over here. I'm not seeing like the title bar or anything or something like that, but still good efforts. Uh, I totally understand. Like this is me when I was like first, you know, while learning like front end and stuff, and I still don't like front end, so I don't know. I'm like I totally understand where all of you are coming from. So that was Arsh Singh. Do let us know if you want to vote for them in the chat. Cool. Next we have blank name. Hello, MLH, can't remember a thing. Oh, you don't remember? Well, in that case, what I would recommend is there's a Discord channel, and over there at the Discord channel, I believe you mentioned something about like HTML, CSS. Like you're not remembering things about that. That's okay. That's fine. Practice makes perfect. So hackathons are a great way for you to do that. Next, we have Dennis Thomas. So let's see. Oh, Dennis Thomas actually has two. So I'm gonna pick the latest one. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay, so we have like a little input over here or something, and we have like they did try to create like a box types of stuff, but I really like the that they how they have managed this particular thing. I mean, if in 10 minutes with no code preview or anything, this looks pretty good in terms of like the above and this one. And yeah, it's pretty good. I believe I know like they did this one in hurry because only 5 minutes were given. So we totally have to look at from their point of view as well, right? I would give this one a solid yes. Yeah, this one is good. Next we have Divyansh. So let's see this one. Okay, not able to see a particular image or anything. Let me try it on my Google Chrome. Same thing, yeah. Cool, no worries. So there was supposed to be some avatar over here, and instead of creating grid, they have like an infinite, like single column page. Cool. Thanks a lot for sharing. The top bar is missing, but next we have Hussein. So let's see. Let's see this one. Alrighty, minimalistic designs. Always love minimalism. It's a little bit too minimalism. So thanks a lot for sharing as well. Do like minimalistic designs. Even like my portfolio and stuff. Just did it in 2 minutes. Nice. I appreciate the honesty. There's this meme. It ain't much, but it's honest work. That is a lot that you get to see during the no light event. So that's good. Yeah, that is good. Next we have Lovedeep Singh. Let's see this one. So Lovedeep Singh. Okay, nice. So we just have a top bar over here, not many buttons or anything, and we are missing the these particular boxes. No worries, no worries. Appreciate the submission. Next we have, whom do we have? Priyanshu Gupta. Google ka khel, MLH ka khel. Cool. Google ka khel se, I mean, they believe like during this event, we also have like sometimes we give google.com for people to recreate. But I see Priyanshu Gupta has another one. So let's consider this one. I believe this one looks pretty. Oh, okay. It's like I believe similar to Priyadarsh. Okay. Were you all just doing inspect element? That's not good. Don't do inspect element. I feel like they were doing inspect element, right? What do the organizers think? Let me see if
Can't
they are.
say.
Yeah.
We
Anuj,
can't
what do
say
you
how
think?
creative they can be. It's
Yeah.
just the creativity.
I believe it was inspect element and things. So yeah, you gave yourself away. I see Saurabh also has a similar UI. But anyway, no worries. I appreciate the work you have done here.
Maybe they all are on the same team.
Mm.
Can't say.
That makes sense. Maybe they are in the same team.
Yeah.
This one looks good. Yeah. Again, like pick one goes over here, then about the event, and yeah, missing the title bar, but looks good. I have so far like liked this one best. Where is it? This one, right? It also has like this thing and this thing, and in
Yeah.
under
The
10 minutes. I like
right.
this one.
The navigation
Dentist.
bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That was so much good.
Alrighty, let's move forward by Saurabh. Oh no, by okay, by Saurabh. Yeah. So here we go. Yep. Inspect element.
Another.
I believe they just did like, or maybe they are in the same team. I don't know. I'm not sure. I let the audience decide. Whom you want to vote for. Next we have Shrey Pandey. Uh, let's see. There we go. Okay. We see some navigation and stuff over here about and everything. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. And we have next by Shreya. Let's see. Cool. So they may manage to like add some colors over here and the title bar and upcoming events. Okay. You're so fast you messed up the spellings. That's okay. I do it all the time. Um, I mess up spellings all the time. Yeah. No worries. Last but definitely not least, Snigdha. And let's see what we have over here. Oh, drop downs. Nice. That's interesting. Buttons as well. Cool. Alrighty, so the moment of truth. Whom do we have as a winner?
Yeah.
I
I have
would go
enabled
for
the chat.
this.
Yeah. Go through the chat once you will find.
Yeah.
Tie between Dennis, Thomas, and Apur. Can we see their submissions?
Okay,
Apur,
Dennis and Apur. Alrighty. Let me share my screen again. So when there's a tiebreaker, then we would have to like let me just wait a few applications here. We have Dennis and we have Apurv as well, right? Okay.
Right.
So now let's see what the organizers decide in terms of breaking the tie. So we have Dennis and Apurv. This one is by Dennis and this one is by Apurv. I've seen this one like 3-4 times. So I believe they were like same team or stuff. I'm gonna go with Dennis. What do you all think?
Me too. Yeah. I
Yes.
also
Alrighty.
think that.
So
Dennis.
the drum rolls winner
They
is
did done a great
Dennis.
job.
Cool. Great
Congrats,
job. Yeah,
Dennis.
most definitely. Congratulations. Nice. Let's all give Dennis a shout out in the Discord channel. I'll start.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool. Thanks a lot for joining, everyone. And that was our mini event. Had a lot of fun. I'll be hanging out on Discord for the Hacker Hangouts. We'll be creating a channel called Hacker Hangouts, a voice channel. You can join over there, and we'll be like talking about some amazing stuff. And yeah, see you all there. Cool.
Yeah. We have already created the channel. Like we can.
Cool. Yeah, let me just join 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
So are we like streaming it through StreamYard, or do you have to
No,
stay over here, or
you
okay,
can leave from here.
cool.
I will just name. Yeah,
Alrighty, so everyone please join the Hacker Hangouts MLH channel. I'll share the announcements as well. And yeah, see you all there.
yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Kunal.
Yep.
Uh, so now you all guys can join the Discord channel, Hacker Hangout MLH. Uh, you can connect with Kunal directly over there. You can chat with him, and also you can share your projects with him. So for any additional announcement, you can head over to our Discord announcements. And other than that, I think it's good. So over to you, Anuj.
Yeah, thanks, Ash. So yeah, we are live now. So Kunal, I think, has joined the Discord server. Here is the live view for it. So those who are in the live can go to the Discord, can directly like interact with Kunal. If they have anything to share during the hackathon, if they have anything to ask, they can just go to the Discord server, and Kunal is there. He's ready to have you.
Hello everyone. Hello Vivek. Oh, Vivek just left. Hey, Frado, I believe I pronounced your name correctly. Teji and everyone joining. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining. We have the Hacker Hangout session right now, and it's basically like taking a break from coding, right? And just talking about stuff, asking any questions you may have, or just relaxing, sharing about what you like. We do have some fun questions over here that we'll be sharing, and you all can take part and in answering. In case you have any questions, just feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions you may like. But yeah, I am Kunal. I'm a coach at Major League Hacking, and I'm really excited to be over here for Hack 36. It's a really great experience, and the enthusiasm that I'm seeing, in the chat, it's also pretty cool. One thing I would recommend everyone is, in case you're not speaking, please mute yourself and feel free to unmute yourself whenever you want to, speak or ask any questions. So yeah, first things first. Anyone who would like to share what hacks they are working on this week? Anyone? Because I'm really looking forward to giving you all a shout out on the official MLH Twitter channel, right? So I'm looking for one particular hack that is like really interesting, going above and beyond, and like people who are experimenting with stuff. And even if it's your first hackathon, that is also totally fine. You can unmute and let me know. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to sharing more about it so that other people can also see the amazing work you all are doing during Hack 36. Anyone who would like to volunteer?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, can you maybe also introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Achin Saxena. I'm here named Dadaji for some reason. Let it be. The idea that we came up with was to create an interface or a website so that we are under the category that
Mhm.
life in pandemic. So we were looking forward to give shares a person's thoughts, like if they are about to share something, a video, photo,
Hmm.
not exactly photo here right of now, but thoughts basically. Then we have given a platform of all the information
Hmm.
like COVID counter and some
Hmm.
guidelines, etc. And along with that, if you are not in the mood of sharing or watching the guidelines, then you can also
Hmm.
listen to some music. We have provided links for music, movies, and books as well.
Nice, that is great. I'm really looking forward to like the demos, and we'll be like sharing about it on like the official MLH Twitter handle, all the projects and stuff. So I'll be reaching out to everyone like after the demos are over. And yeah, the important thing in hackathons is like having fun, learning something new. But this particular hacker hangout session is basically like taking a break from all the hacking. So I have a question for you all. So if you were not like coding, right, coding for like your career and stuff like that, if you wanted to make your hobby into a a full-time thing, so what would that be? I'll go first. I'd probably be like I don't know, a painter. I used to paint quite a lot, but then I came into college, I stopped doing that because lack of time. So a lot of hobbies were like lost. Other than that, I like streaming online, like video games and stuff. So maybe a full-time streamer on Twitch and stuff. I don't know. We're just talking about hobbies that we can make full-time careers out of, right? Let's see. Manas, would you like to go next? Okay, anyone else who would like to go next? Feel free to unmute yourself. Yeah, so basically we're talking about like any hobbies yet you may have that you would like to pursue full time. If you were given a choice, like you know uh, leaving like the computer science and stuff, and software engineering, and pursuing the hobby as a full time stuff. So for me, it would be like gaming, online streaming, or maybe painting. But yeah, anyone else? Rajat, maybe you can share. So many people over here joining. Anyone can share.
Hello, Kunal. I'm a
Hello.
great fan of yours. Like I have followed you
Oh.
on Twitter and YouTube as well, and like I have like uh, what to say, like your speaking skills, like it's lit. Like I can
Oh,
say
thank you. Like, thank you so much for so many shout outs. I mean, always appreciate it. So what would you, okay, there's some noise coming from someone's background.
I'm
What would you
following you
be?
from.
Yeah. What would you be
Yeah.
like? First of all, thanks a lot for the shout out. But the question I have for you now is like, what would you be if not computer science, right? Any hobbies in particular you would want to pursue full time if you're given an opportunity?
So basically, I'm like
Mhm.
in just computer things, and
Okay.
I have no other such things like drawing and all things, and
Okay.
I just do computer things, development things, and
I see.
illustrations, making
Mhm.
illustrations, and creating websites, developing things, creating Python projects, and all.
Mhm.
I just love that.
Nice. Yeah, I mean that's great. It's also important to have a hobby, right? So I would
Yeah,
like, yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Making illustrations is my hobby. Like I have been
Oh.
creating
Mm.
illustrations from 12th standards. Like
Mhm.
I have created so many things, so many illustrations for peoples, and I have
Mm.
got some monies from there. And like I
Oh,
have
nice.
yeah,
So you're already doing it. You're already on it. So you're like a pro already. That's
yeah.
great.
I have done freelancing from it. Like
Nice. Cool. Any of the organizers would want to jump in? Maybe share what you would want to do, if not coding.
Hello, sir. Yeah, I'd like to add up here. I think something maybe in literature,
Hmm.
something like that, related to books, something related to books, something like that.
That is good. Yeah, I mean,
Anas, would you like to go
hmm.
next?
No, I mean that's totally valid, and you should definitely, like, you can also do that. I'm planning on writing a book. Not many people, I have not told this to many people, but I'm planning on writing a book. I'm not sure who is going to buy it, so I'll
And you
probably
just
I'll probably open
told it
source it
on
or something. So
you told it in
yeah.
the Hack 36 Discord server. We have 1400 people here.
Nice.
No
I
more a secret.
really appreciate the shout out there. Anyone else who want to share? What would you want to do? Any hobbies you have in particular?
Hey Kunal, Manas here. Sorry, I was not able to unmute at that time. Am I
No
audible?
worries. Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, cool. So I'm actually into badminton a lot. Like before, I actually started preparing for my engineering and all. So I used to play badminton and all. So had it not been engineering, then probably I could have like pursued my career with sports, like playing badminton or some other game, some game or the other. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really pro at badminton, but I really love the game. I used to play it in high school, but I didn't get to like do state level stuff or anything. But yeah, most definitely, I know where you're coming from. I would say just never leave, like just try to see if you get time. It's also good for your like health and stuff, playing badminton and all these things.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, thanks a lot for sharing, Manas. Anyone
Thanks,
else who would
Kunal.
like to share?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello. You don't have to call me sir. You can call me Kunal.
Okay.
I
Hello,
feel
Kunal.
weird.
Yeah.
I feel old.
Oh. So
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
used to in my, like in hobbies I used to do beatboxing. So you know beatboxing?
Oh yeah.
This
Damn. Nice.
so I used to have a
Nice.
separate channel on YouTube also
Nice.
named
Let's all
as Beat.
unmute.
Yeah.
Let's all unmute and give a round of applause to. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
My
That
name is
was
Piyush
amazing.
Nirala.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
Cool.
That's amazing.
That was amazing. Right. That was great.
That was great.
I can beat like some South tune like and then drum ending beat like
Nice.
and like bubble like hurt and all mix. Hey. So
That is super awesome. That is super great. Let's all give them a shout out in the chat as well. And yeah, you should definitely move ahead with your YouTube channel. I believe it can be a great success. And feel free to share about it, with the community as well in the general chat. Yeah. Cool. Thanks a lot for
I
sharing,
used
man. It was great. Yeah, go
yes,
ahead.
sir. I used to mimicry also. Like I can mimicry of Nana Patekar. It's like अच्छा है आगे आगे मेरी मैयत पे अच्छा है आ गया. So it's like that.
That's great. That's great. I love this. I love this. Okay, cool.
And like beatboxing
Can
and
you
this
can you
mimicry
share
also.
can you share your Twitter handle? I'll be happy to tweet about this if you don't mind.
I used to use Instagram, so my name is incognito
Okay.
guy. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
can text you
All
that.
right.
So
All right.
I can mix beatboxing also like with mimicry. अच्छा है अच्छा.
Nice. That's great. That is super awesome.
And
That's like, man, you are really creative. I'm like really impressed. Like that's great, right? Everyone else, isn't it good? It's pretty good, right? Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, man.
Amazing.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Amazing.
Whoa, that was great.
so in free time I used to mix these things, and I
Mhm.
also draw like the previous guy who was telling about the illustration. So I used to make videos and editing videos, and I also learn about Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe After Effects, and then I switched to illustrations, Adobe Illustration.
Illustrator is
Like
best. Yeah. Illustrator is best.
Yeah. So I make first the raw art. Like I used to draw. I have a good knowledge of sketches, so I used to draw first and then transfer it to the Illustrator, and then again retracing the same with the pen tool, and then make it a speed draw video on YouTube. And I used to do freelancing on Fiverr also. I have an account, so that's also the other part. So
Cool. Alrighty, thanks a lot for sharing. Anyone else who would like to share their particular hobbies? I am like really interested in like anyone else having like any special hidden talents? Yeah, go ahead.
I am not like as talented as like that guy. I didn't catch his name. I'm sorry. But I do photography, and that's it. I do photography. I do 3D modeling.
Oh, nice. What kind of 3D like models that you do?
Like just general models of abstract things like a guitar and those kind of things. I'm not like I began it about 2-3 years ago, and that's where it stands. And then photography I've been doing since a long time.
Nice, that is great. For photography,
So,
you can have like some Insta pages or something where you
I
can,
have an Insta page for photography.
Nice. Recently, I've been doing some vlog stuff. Like I don't record myself, but whenever I go travel, I make some I make a nice small video. It's all due to like the phone I have gotten. iPhones are very good at like video recording, so you can't help it. So I try to like make videos and upload on my channel sometimes. But anyway, thanks a lot for sharing. Anyone else who would like to share? Cool. Okay, we can have like another. I have one more question for you. Which is the particular movie or a TV show that you cannot get enough of? Like you can watch it again and again and again. I'll go first. I like this show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You can go. Like it's a funny show. But yeah, what about you all? Anyone?
It's Mr. Robot. Have you watched it? Like
Oh,
it's
nice.
amazing. It's amazing.
That is a good show. I have not seen season 3, but I do like the realistic coding environment they have in the in the particular show. Yeah. Anyone else? Any particular shows or movies you cannot get enough of? Really looking for suggestions. I'll watch that movie today.
Breaking Bad all the way.
Breaking Bad.
Like, and I can watch it like twice, thrice, 4 times. I just can't get enough of it. I love
really
its world.
I haven't really seen Breaking Bad.
Please
at all.
read. Please read.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Already, anyone else?
Sir, anime series like Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah,
I
haven't really watched any animes or anything, but yeah, I've read some mangas. If that counts.
Yeah. Demon Slayer. You can watch Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto.
Yeah.
The best.
I was recommended Death Note by my friends.
Ryuk. Same guy, Ryuk.
Note is good for starters.
Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else would like to share? Cool. All right. No worries. Those are really nice conversations and some nice hidden talents. Let's also open the stage now for if you have any like questions apart from the hackathons, like in general, because I know like many people were trying to reach out to me. That's why I had these hangout sessions. Like you can ask me any questions or the organizers or anyone else here in general to share their experiences regarding some things. So yeah, feel free to ask any question you like. Unmute yourself, and I'll be happy to answer those.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, so I actually have a doubt regarding the hackathon, so can I ask that?
Yeah, sure. But I would also recommend posting that in the channel. Yeah, the queries one, where you can. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah. So
go ahead, no worries.
Yeah, my doubt was that. So should I like try to make a product which serves multiple purposes or one specific purpose? Very good.
Okay, so what I would recommend is it's totally fine to have like multiple features, but the thing is like you also have to keep in account the time frame. So what I would recommend is have an initial draft ready. Okay, try to code that and have a like working product, like just so that you have something to showcase. After that, if you do have some time left, you can add on to things and make it like add any features that you like. Another good point that you mentioned was like regarding make it into a product, right? So I don't know if you meant this or not, but like many people I have seen, they also continue working on their hackathon projects even after the hackathon is over with their particular teammates. Sometimes they open source it, sometimes it becomes a startup, sometimes it like becomes some fun game that other people are using. So that is also highly recommended. Like don't just give up on your projects after the hackathon is over. Try to work on it. And but currently what I would recommend you is get a working demo ready, and if you do have time, then you can definitely add on to features onto it. If anyone else would like to share, maybe organizers or anyone. Cool. I believe that does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Cool. No worries. Anyone else has any questions regarding anything, college or something? Anyone?
I want to ask one thing. Like, is cloud computing the best career option nowadays?
best is a relative term. Most definitely, it's like popular. There's like serverless things coming out. There's DevOps. There's like so many other roles coming out in those areas. But it's not like I would not say like the best stuff, because see, definitely it's popular and you will get ample amount of opportunities. Talking about like Kubernetes itself, if you're a Kubernetes developer, there are ample amount of opportunities for you, right? So most definitely, if you're interested in it, it's one of the best options out there for you. But in case someone is not interested, but still, see, when you're working in a corporate world, you would be experimenting with different technology. It's not like if you're just working on a particular tech stack, you will not be like required to learn something new. That's not how it works. Like, you will definitely be constantly like learning even while you're working in your job. So I would suggest, like, if you're speaking from like a student's point of view, yes, most definitely, it's a good option.
Yeah, cause I was working on like a Google facilitator program, and felt this like asking this question.
Yeah, that program is great, but to make the most out of the program, please also like actually, like, I want students to see. The thing is, I looked at that program and they offer some really nice swags, right? But
Yeah.
students, most students, what they're doing is just like just do next, complete the assignments and everything. So they don't really take a test in the cloud facilitator program, right? It's just next, and all the answers are already given to you. So when you complete like these quests, you will get some swags and stuff. You will get the swags in the end, but if you're not learning, if you're not actually seeing what those things are doing, it's not really going to be beneficial for you. So instead of that, I would also focus on, like, you're doing cloud facilitator and stuff, you have the quick labs access and everything, you have the free credits. That's great. It's a great resource for you. But if you really want to get into these things, you should definitely learn about like networking, about Linux, about like containers and stuff, if you're going to be working with that. um Docker basics. So yeah, most definitely, you should definitely uh try to expand your horizon and make the best out of the opportunities that have been provided to you, and not just do it for like the swag stuff. That answer your question?
Yeah, then that's
Cool, no worries. Anyone else?
Hey Kunal, I would just wanted to add something that it would be really great if you can announce to everyone joined here what all we have planned for them tonight at 10. So just it would be really great so that they all just be ready on time.
Cool. So tonight at 10 we'll be running our one of my favorite events, which is called Bob Ross mini event, MS Paint mini event. And what we'll be doing is, you're going to be like I'll be sharing my screen and we'll be like watching a video by Bob Ross, pretty famous person. On YouTube, he has like so many, like, he was like back in like a lot of years ago. Bob Ross had like they were like painting for everyone. They were like, they used to paint and teach everyone painting and all these things. So we'll be running that particular session, and during that painting demonstration, it like starts from scratch, from a blank canvas, and then we follow along and make a particular painting. So I'll be sharing with you like an emulator. So online emulator, you have to use that and create your painting, and then you all have to share your paintings in the Discord channel, and we'll then pick a we'll see like who all win and win. That sound good?
Is it same as local hack day?
Yeah. That same local hack day stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we run that event a lot of times because it's one of the most popular ones and the most fun ones. So yeah. Cool. Anyone else has any questions or any topic we can have a discussion upon? Yeah, go ahead.
So just wanted to share that other than doing anything into development and stuff, I really like to develop games. So I'm just exploring this game devs. Just wanted to ask, what kind of games do you like playing the most?
Oh, nice. That is a good question. I can answer that, and we can ask others as well. So what games do I like to play? I used to play a lot of console games, but then now I don't get much time to play console games. I actually like wanted to get the PlayStation 5. So I sold all my consoles that were like not being used, but now I was not able to get my hands on one because the stocks was it ran out of stock very quickly. So currently I'm not playing anything. I just play Among Us sometimes, and I play Call of Duty Mobile. So I'm still waiting for the PS5s to be in stock again. That's when I'll try. But my favorite game is like God of War, Uncharted, Spider-Man on PS4 is my favorite game. It's very pretty and fun, and the story is nice. Other than that, I love multiplayer games like Call of Duty multiplayer. Yeah. But what about you?
Yes, I generally to play FPS games such as Rainbow Six and CS:GO and all that.
Yeah, Rainbow Six is fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
so
tactical game.
yeah, so it takes a lot of time to get into it, but after that, I really enjoy it. So, like the genres you like in the game, it's generally as a third-person games or multiplayer.
Yeah, multiplayer you can say I play everything. Multiplayer, third person, indie. Yeah. Anyone else who would like to share their particular favorite games or anything that they play?
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
I play like I really love Minecraft. Minecraft is
Oh,
that,
nice. I haven't
and
really played Minecraft ever.
oh,
I also like Minecraft. You can see my profile picture.
yeah. Uh, and then there's FPS games like CS:GO and all that. So those games. That's and then indie games like Undertale and stuff.
Nice.
Undertale's really good.
Yeah, cool. Thanks a lot for sharing. Anyone else who would like to share?
I don't
Yeah.
know if you're familiar with one browser-based FPS game, Crunker.io.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
play that. I play that. We used to play it in the MLH Fellowship.
I am playing with that like for like 6 months, and I'm still enjoying it. I just like its space.
Yeah, it's
And
good. It's
now
good.
yeah, I'm just left CS:GO and Valorant in front of it. I don't know why.
It's fun to play with like friends who are not like having, who are not much into games, but like casual gamers.
Yes,
So
that
during the
helps a lot.
fellowship, we used to play it all the time. That was very fun. Yeah. Alrighty. Anyone else has any other questions I can answer? Yeah, feel free to unmute yourself and ask anything. Okay, I'm not seeing any new questions. Okay, cool, no worries. So let me ask you one then. How many of you are like how many of you like front end more, and how many of you like back end more? Let me give you all like in the general chat. Let me just or I can say one for React, one for front end, or React, two for like back end. If you had to choose one, there you go. You React in the general chat section. I'll React as well. Okay. Almost everyone is into backend. No one into front end. Wow, that's probably. So many people have joined the voice channel. In the general chat channel, I've sent a poll. Okay, we have one for front end. I don't like front end. Yeah. No, not both. You have to pick one. If you could pick one, that's the case. Yeah. No both. Those are the rules. Nice. Cool. So we're seeing like 8 people reacting front end, 1 person reacting for food. I'll react to that as well. No worries. Totally understandable. Cool. Alrighty. Okay. Anyone else has any other questions I can help you with? How many of you are active on Twitter? by the way?
Yeah, I am.
You should definitely be active on Twitter. Like if you all are students,
Like there are so many people and so
yeah,
many speakers like Danny
yeah,
and
mm,
Shrikaran and other peoples. They are
yeah.
such an amazing people. Like they are
Shikaran
so
is great. Yeah,
helping. Yeah.
yeah, most definitely. Like Twitter is basically like developer LinkedIn. You know, so all the developers and people who are hanging out on Twitter. So you can definitely like go ahead with that. It's a really great platform to like find opportunities, connect with people. You know, also like build your profile. You know, things like that. Yeah, yeah. Twitter is better than LinkedIn. Let's do another poll for Twitter, LinkedIn. Uh, so React 1 for Twitter, 2 for LinkedIn. Let's see how many people use which one. Yeah, so Twitter is great in terms of like getting opportunities. You know, if you just reach out to people on Twitter, and you can definitely like connect with them, ask for opportunities. On LinkedIn is mostly like people sharing about their achievements, and it's good for like networking as well. Reddit is a separate thing. Reddit is too OP. I only have 3 stickers on my laptop. One is of Nginx. The only reason I have that is because it glows in the dark. One is of Reddit, and one is of my YouTube channel, Code for Cause. Okay.
I wanna ask like how do we get started with React? Like have done Node.js and on all. How
Cool.
do we get
For
started with it?
yeah, you must be having the GitHub education pack, right?
Yeah.
Over there, go to educative.io, access it free for 6 months, and over there, then you can, the courses over there for React are pretty good. Yeah. Other than that, the React tutorial on their website is also pretty good, and free code camp. And one of the best ways is to just make projects. Yeah. But in order to understand like the fundamentals and everything, free code. Sorry, the educative.io, free for 6 months using GitHub education pack. The content over there is pretty amazing. Yeah. Also, if you want to get started with like Docker, Kubernetes, DevOps and stuff, for that also the educative.io has really amazing hands-on resources. Yeah.
Hey Kunal, just check out the general chat. Our participants have a question for you.
Okay, can we also get Code for Cause stickers? We haven't yet figured out the shipping thing, but see, I don't even have like how many stickers do I have? I'm not really sure. I have quite a few, but let's see. The people who handle all these things, if they can ship out a few to the winners or someone, most definitely, then we can do it. I'll just send the text. But yeah, these stickers are good. It's the same company that offers a sticker, like the one of the sponsors, of MLH events, Sticker Mule. Got these from them only, so they are pretty good. Yeah, cool. Thanks a lot for the enthusiasm. So many people reacting. Perhaps. Nice. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, you can also ask your questions in the text, by the way. If you feel like you are not able to unmute yourself and have a question for us, or if anything I can help you with, you can send it in the general chat channel as well. How did your proposal get selected for JBoss? Yeah, I mean, I was not applying with the motivation of getting. See, I will tell you one thing: proposals play very less role in Google Summer of Code, right? Not many people even care about proposals. Proposals do not play many roles. The most important thing in these kinds of stuff is basically your engagement with the community beforehand. Yeah. Have you played Mini Militia? No, not really. I used to play it like just once or twice, but I was not good at it, so that's why I stopped playing it. Yeah. See, many other people are typing. Job and startup on your own. I haven't, to be honest, really thought about that. Startups are fun, and I'm involved in like quite a few of those. And even if you're doing like internships and stuff, startups can really help you in like the learning experience. So if you're talking about an internship at a really big company, FANG level company, over there you are not going to get much exposure. They won't even let you work on like the main product and things like that. So yeah, if you're like doing an internship, and the FANG type companies, the exposure that you're going to get from like some really popular and funded startups is going to be much more than what you're going to get with FANGs. But I haven't really thought about that. I mean, in the end, we just want to do good work, right? Good work-life balance, good work, and all these things. Yeah. Anyone else? Both are good. See, open source in open source also you get like experience in like what is it? Internships also. If you're doing good internships, you're going to get experience. But the thing is, like in initial first 2 years of college, not many people get internships. For that, I would recommend like open source is a great way to get involved, like with the like, building a skill set for like your third year internships, and also like building your resume, your profile, your coding ranking. So Hacker Rank, Google, Red Hat. From all of these, I got like opportunities, cleared all my rounds, and like everything happened. So never did they ask me about my compared coding ranking, and they never asked me about my college either. So can take that as an example, like college does not matter at much if you have a good profile, and compared coding rankings don't matter if you have a good profile. Obviously in my Google interviews they just ask me like compared DSL go problems. So that's why I said um, if you are not doing compared coding, it does not mean that you will not do DSL go, because DSL go is important, problem solving is important. So the way I cleared my rounds is I just do lead. I'm not sure I understand.
ఎక్కడున్నా ఇప్పుడు ఏం చెప్తున్నాడు యూట్యూబ్ లో కరెక్ట్.
Yeah. If anyone can translate, that'd be great.
Okay.
Sir, I think he just
చాలా
unmuted
ముందుకు
by
వెళ్ళిపోయినాయి.
mistake.
Okay.
ముందుకు వెళ్ళిపోయింది.
So can I ask my question?
ఏం కాదు ఇస్తుంది రైట్.
Yeah, feel free to ask your question.
So the main thing is like I'm doing open source side by side, and also I have started development, and like I have participated in some competitive coding programs. But the thing is, I just use a brute force technique. Like I'm not implementing the proper DSA. So how I should shift to like proper DSA approach other than brute force technique? Like the
Okay.
same thing can be done by 10 lines of code, but I just try to do it with 50 lines of code. But somehow that code works. But I don't like this approach.
Okay. Yeah, that is a good question. Yeah, thanks a lot for that question. The key idea over here is don't do questions blindly. Focus on the depth instead of the breadth. So doing 2000 easy questions is not as beneficial as doing 200 good level questions. So the way I would recommend you to do is look at all the like popular data structures and all the like things that are being used, and try to do questions topic wise. For example, if you're learning binary search trees, okay, go to lead code, select the topics like binary search tree, start doing the questions that are like easy to medium level. Once you do all these questions, never give a question more than 40 minutes, okay? Because this is what people do. They are like, I spent my entire day on just one question. It's not efficient. So try to solve that question, give it 15 minutes. If you're not able to solve it, look at the hints. If you're still not able to solve it, look at the answer. After that, what you can do is come back to that question after a few weeks, try to solve it without looking at any hints. Then you will gradually develop the practice. Now in order to answer your question, how do we actually do that? When you're solving such questions topic wise, you will realize the pattern that is being used in order to solve these problems. So if you take a look at like binary search, so we'll see like recursion should be strong, and there's two of the most popular algorithms, BFS and DFS, that are being used in trees and graphs. Okay, so once you do these things, you will gain this understanding of how to solve a particular problem, like how to approach a particular problem. So for example, when you're like, okay, I'm given n sorted list. So if you have been coding and you have been practicing data structure algorithm topic wise, so you'll be like, oh, I'm given n sorted list. I need to merge these into one list. I'm probably going to use a heap. Okay. If you're given a number range from 1 to n, okay, I'm using cyclic sort. If you're given a sorted array, you're like, okay, I'm going to be using binary search or modified binary search. if you're given like a subset like not subset, like a uh, a sub like a a window particular problem, like we have like a continuous sequence of number, like a subsegment of a sub array problems, right? So sub array, maximum sum, sub array, and like find the maximum sum of the sub array and all these questions. So okay, if I'm given a sub array problem, I'm going to be using 2 pointers or sliding window. So how do I know all these things? I use like I solve the problems topic wise. The problem approach should be somewhat like this, like the brute force solution you're talking about is the most important stuff. If you directly come up to the most optimized solution in your interviews, that is not going to be counted towards like as a good thing. So when you're given a question in an interview, first you should clarify about the question, then jump on to the brute force solution as soon as you can. After that, try to optimize it. That's the usual approach that I follow.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot.
Cool. Anyone else has any questions?
Yeah, I
Kunal,
want to ask.
just a second, Kunal, you'll be joining us back today at 10 p.m. and like you have a busy schedule, so keep track because people will be coming up with Q&A. So just
Yeah.
saying that.
We can wrap up at 7.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
worries.
If you feel like, feel free to take a break. Yeah.
I'm happy to answer questions. No worries. I'll let you know when we are about to wrap up. Thanks
Sure.
for the yeah. No worries. But considering college placements, we have to clear competitive coding round to have that competitive coding round is actually DSA round. It's not really like your competitive coding round. It's like data structure algorithm and problem solving round. So the competitive coding and like the lead code round and all these like other rounds that you have in your companies, they don't focus much on like your the things that you have on like your core competitive coding skills. So that is the reason I said that basically if I sum up in just one line, then competitive coding and DSA problem solving for coding rounds, two different things. I have never done competitive coding and still I was able to clear my rounds for like Google and other companies. And that is the like I never felt like not doing Code Forces, not doing Code Chef or like Spodge or like other platforms. It never felt like it was like a thing that was lacking. But I'm not saying you should not do this. Once again, I'm saying like if you're looking for like if you feel like in your college they look at your ranks and stuff, then most definitely check it out and do follow it. And one thing that I always suggest is always reach out to people who have actually been at your particular point space. So I'm not much aware about, let's say for example, college placements. I'm really passionate about like I know a bit about on campus or off campus placements. So regarding college placements, I would definitely recommend, because in college placements, every college has their own like rules and regulations, right? And requirements. And I've also heard like CGPA is also important. So in order for that, I would recommend you all to ask your seniors regarding the you who actually did like nice college placements. But in case you are interested in learning about off-campus placements, even to FANG companies or like international opportunities. By the way, my Google internship was for is for like North America. So you can see like college didn't matter in my case. I'm from a tier 3 college. It's IP University Maharaj Agrasen. It's a very very below average college. Like it's not very good. Companies also don't come to my college. So but still I got opportunities like outside my college because of my open source work and showcasing the work I'm doing, networking with people, asking for referrals, applying to a lot of places, going to events. So all of these things matter, and obviously learning and studying, DSA problem solving, lead code. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions? But again, if you're talking about on campus, please reach out to your seniors. They will be able to guide you better than me.
Yeah, I want to ask like.
Yeah, Kunal, we do have an active computer club for that. So all our juniors, most of them who are from MNIT, because we are attending all the classes and all. So it's fine for
nice.
Yeah.
That is great. That is great. So do join your college club that they're sharing, and you can ask questions over there from your seniors. They'll be happy to tell you like more about your college and the scenario. Yeah. Cool. Anyone else has any questions? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, learning so many things is good, or at the same time it's good or bad for like career.
Can you repeat the question?
Like learning at a time, learning so many things is good, or like you don't have to do that.
Yeah, learning so many things. It's like there's this thing called like, why do people actually learn so many things, right? The reason is that they are basically trying to explore various fields and seeing where their interests lie. That is the approach that I followed. So there's this thing called like pie shape learning. Know everything about something, something about everything. So when you're in your first year or when you're just starting with development, you're like, oh, I'm not really sure if I like web development or should I go with mobile development? Should I go with blockchain? Should I go with machine learning? Should I go with like these things or should I even like go with like front end, like back end? Should I learn Python or React, like JavaScript stuff? So one of the best ways to figure these things out, like which domain your interests lie, is trying a bit about various domains. So I'm not saying do a deep dive in everything because that is really not beneficial. But like just like watched a video or like made some simple application, watched some tutorial, gave it a week or something only, 2-3 days, for example. Try that out, and that's when you can realize. And hackathons are a great way to do that. Hackathons are a great way to experiment with new technologies and like working with stuff. So after that, when you work with all these things, you're like, okay, I don't like machine learning and I'm more into web development, or I don't like this thing, I'm more into that thing. So pick two fields like this that you feel like are most interesting to you, and try to go in depth in that after that, and try to actually apply whatever you're learning and showcase to the outside world as well. Like if you make a project, then share it with your friends, share it on socials. If you contribute to open source, then share about it as well. So that is one of the ways to find what you're passionate about, and then that's when you go deep dive into it. And you don't have to be an expert in everything. Like being an expert is also like it takes time, and you have to be like constantly learning about things as well. So you cannot be an expert in everything. It's not bad. Even like people who are like working at FANGs and stuff, they are also not expert at everything. So yeah, just have an open mind to experiment and learn new things, and don't learn anything like if you're not going to use it, basically you should not learn it, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm only into app development, so I have like second thoughts, and I have to work upon my comparative coding skills too. As that is true, only app development will not help you clear the coding rounds. So even if you're applying for app dev roles at like FANG companies, first round is it's not the competitive coding round. Again, it's like the DSA problem solving round. So you should not call it competitive coding round. So yeah, most definitely I would recommend, this is another topic of discussion, how to balance DSA problem solving and development. The way I would look at it is start with DSA problem solving as soon as you can, and try to practice a little by little every day. So like even if you do 5 questions every day, that is more than enough. 5 good questions every day is more than enough. And after that, you can give enough time to your, so 5 enough questions you can do like in, I don't know, 3 hours. And after that, you can spend your time in like development, open source, building your profile and all these things. Sometimes you can even give more than 3 hours if you like, but maintaining that particular balance is totally up to you, like how many hours you want to give in which particular thing. How to dive in every domain for those who are literally just getting started? Yeah, so first thing, if you're just literally getting started, start with data structures algorithms. I would recommend starting with Java, because once you start with Java, Java is also great for competitive coding. Even if you want to do like Code Jam, Facebook Hacker Cup and all these competitions, Java is great for that. Java is great for your online coding rounds. I gave my all coding rounds at the Google internship in Java, and they went super, super great. I gave all the other coding rounds as well in Java. So Java is one of the most popular languages. Syntax of Java is great. There are no pointers and anything. If you don't like pointers, then Java is good for that. String handling is great in Java. So which is goal is to get a nice job, clear the coding rounds, I would recommend Java. But if your goal is to like ACM ICPC, being the top competitive coder in India, or like cracking like the top rankings and stuff, for that I would recommend you you take advice from someone who has actually been there, because I haven't done competitive coding myself, so I cannot advise you for that. But if your end term goal is just getting into like some nice job companies like Google or like other companies, Java is great for that. And the reason I'm suggesting Java and other languages like this, like Python for example, is you can directly start with open source contributions with these languages. If you are doing C++, starting with open source and making projects in C++, it's going to be very difficult, because these projects are very difficult. So you can definitely contribute to C++ projects, open source projects, but it's difficult. These projects are very difficult to get into. So again, if your end term goal is just getting FANG jobs and building a profile and contributing to open source, making projects, Java, Python would be good. But if your goal is just like only competitive coding and hardcore competitive coding, then I believe just like every other popular competitive coder, C++ is a good option, because it's really fast, and TL time executions also matter in some platforms. So for that case, I would recommend that. But if your just end term goal is just getting a job at a company, you don't want to be like the top competitive coder or anything, then Java is more than enough. Anyone else? Okay, not seeing any new questions. This was fun, and thanks a lot for joining. I will take a break now. I've been speaking for the past 2 hours or something. um, I also have a session at 8 p.m. somewhere, but it's a small session, but still. But feel free to ask me any questions you like. I'll be more than happy to answer. I'm over here active on the Discord channel always. For this particular Ask MLH channel, you can send me over there. Is MLH code for domain or GoDaddy? It's for GoDaddy. GoDaddy domain on GoDaddy. It's I believe for this particular weekend, right? So you can check it out for this weekend only. It's for this weekend, yeah. Okay. So yeah, feel free to share any questions you may have. You can also yeah, connect with me after the event. I'll be happy to stay in touch, and you can always reach out to me on platforms, and I'll be happy to answer. But this was really fun, and I really appreciate everyone joining. And yeah, happy hacking, and good luck with your hacks. And I'll let you all get back to the coding part now. Let me take a screenshot of this, post on these socials. Cool. Alrighty. Well, see you all later, and have a great day. Bye.